Today I was fishing through a section of river that has quite a brisk current. The water's about mid-thigh deep and moves along pretty quickly. And I was using a bead-headed nymph, placing it into around the pockets of the rocks, trying to mine out the fish. And you can see me working this area just to the right of the current seam straight ahead, and working the fly right along the bottom as much as the current would allow. Here I shift my cast slightly to the right to bring it down just on the left side of that rock, and there was a brown there. He immediately shoots down into this pool below me, and then I was able to get him netted and sized up. The diameter of the hoop of the net is about 10.5 inches, and you'll see me measure the fish against the size of the opening of the net. Here I've moved upstream and working the tail out of this very large run. I'm going to work the fly right over there against that left bank next to where those rock and snow and log is. And I'll actually pull a fish right out there. Again, using a bead-headed nymph to get the fly right down against the bottom. Here I'm working that exact same stretch. In fact, this looks like would be the exact same fish, but there must have been a group of fish in there because I took them out. I took them right just off of that boulder you see there on the left by that tree. You can see them right there. These aren't very big. They're about 10-inch browns, but they're wild fish and a lot of fun, especially on this 12-foot Tenkara rod. So in this section, you're going to see me systematically work this large run. I'm going to work the right side just upstream from that ice prominence, and after not picking anything up there, I'll move to the left side and then finally to the center. And when casting a Tenkara rod, keep your arm bent, your elbow next to your side, and move the rod predominantly with your wrist. Flick the rod upwards and then outwards at about a 10 o'clock position, stopping abruptly so that the line shoots out and the fly hits the water first. That way you can keep all the line off the water and have direct contact with the fly so that you can both see and feel when a fish takes your line. You're going to see me shift here. I'm going to cast up through the center of the run now, and I'll pick up a little brown, another about 10.5, 11 inches. He was somewhat acrobatic, and I find that rather unusual in brown trout. It's more common in my experience with rainbows. There he is. Once again, working that left side of the run, and then I'll shift back to the center. There must have been a pot of fish holding the bottom there near the left center, and I'll pick up another fish right there. He also is somewhat acrobatic, and which is awfully fun. And finally, here's one of my failures. I'm casting on the other side of this large rock, and I hook into a fish just above the tail out of that run that you see over there. There he is. I hook him right there, and he immediately goes down over the rocks into a large pool on the other side of this boulder. I have to work my way over to try to get around the other side of the boulder, in the meantime trying to control the fish. Unfortunately, after extending the rod here, the hook pulls out and I lose him. Looked like he was about 14 to 16 inches. But that's the way it goes. Anyway, on that happy note, that's it for today.